English and Commonwealth Heavyweight Champion. Ladies and gentlemen, from right here, Ipswich, England, here is Fabio Wardley.
Unbeaten in 5 so far, 4 by knockout, showing a touch of early promise. Another good slot on a big card, meeting the Frenchman Morgan DESSAUX.
Wardley starts fairly quick here.
Body shot early and defensively open and wild DESSAUX.
Wardley still jabbing the body. Nice lead left hook there from him. Back on the jab.
Right hand to the body, partially blocked. Just exploded through DESSAUX and an uppercut, and down he goes.
Signal of a punch.
Knocked out, all over in one. Another quick win for Fabio Wardley. And you can see the blood on the nose there of Morgan DESSAUX. It was a sweetly timed uppercut, and he was really exposed to it.
Yeah, brilliant right uppercut, and it was the uppercut in his last fight which did a lot of the damage, the right uppercut and the right hook and the blood.
Changed. 13-3 Lewandowski. All 3 defeats have come.
Yeah, he's keeping his hands nice and high here, Lewandowski. Not giving too much away. Wardley.
Just trying to change the angle there, Wardley.
Lewandowski not giving much away, keeping his hands very high, trying to counter. Wardley rightly wasn't wasting unnecessary energy hitting arms and gloves, and Lewandowski not giving much away, so he's got a nice crisp jab, Wardley, and I like the way he shoots it up from the waist, which is why sometimes when you guys got a very tight defence like Lewandowski, there's no point in hitting.
He's looking for a big right hand there, Wardley didn't land it, for all a smile from Lewandowski.
He knows that he's come here to give Wardley rounds, and
right hand go, but he's just getting beaten up here.
Yeah, these are good shots going down the middle. Good
down he goes to a knee.
You know, as he tries to bring his hands together to try and block the uppercut, he's going to get the
uppercut again, and I think he's just nodding at the referee that he doesn't want any more here, and the referee on cue just steps in and waves it over. It was another uppercut that just dumped him onto the bottom rope, and at that point Lewandowski had the wherewithal to confess really that he didn't need to take any more of that, and I do not blame him for that at all. And Wardley has gone through the gears there to a degree. He's put his punches together well.
Gladiatorial garb. He's in fight number 9, and his professional career, mainly at cruiserweight, has been blotchy, has been difficult.
But as you say, a very competent fighter, capable.
As he's got some terrific experience sparring.
Certainly looks to have the edge in hand speed, which is surprising, given that VALLILY's the man coming up.
Body shot again from Wardley, whipping the hooks across. You're right about the speed of Fabio Wardley. Well, leaden feet as well, just not moving well, VALLILY. And good body shots from Wardley. Oh, he's caught there. VALLILY nearly went down. And Wardley, body and head. And the referee's going to have to take a close look, and he does. He stops him. And that was extremely impressive. That burst from Fabio Wardley. He had Simon VALLILY hurt. He never recovered. He looked particularly slow tonight, VALLILY. But take nothing away from Wardley. That was his best win to date. He boxed well for a couple of rounds, and when he saw the opportunity, he proved he's a predatory finisher too.
You'd have been terrified facing him on a soccer pitch. You really would.
Running the opposite direction.
Yeah.
You know, he's a little bit heavier, like we said before, Nick, than what he has been, but he doesn't look particularly overweight, does he?
It doesn't look flabby at all, does he?
No, he really doesn't.
I mean, oh,
Here
he goes.
Hoping that Wardley, like we were saying earlier, Nick, has to be quite cautious early, doesn't he?
Well, he's got to be switched on.
Yeah.
And LARTEY got Daniel Dubois' attention, and he's certainly got Fabio Wardley's attention here. He's managing to keep that distance, though. He's not judging the distance very well at all here at the moment. LARTEY, Americans going, why? He never played football.
Yeah, soccer player. Apologies.
I tell you, he looks quick enough to play on the gridiron, doesn't he? Oh, wow, bang!
Whoa.
Big right hand from Fabio Wardley, and that might be all over.
It's over, Nick. It's
over.
Over.
He sparked him out.
Yeah.
My goodness, that is some statement from Fabio Wardley. It took Daniel Dubois 4 rounds to get rid of this fella. And I don't think he looked like that at the end of the Dubois fight. He has been absolutely wiped out here. That's stunning. Absolutely stunning. My goodness, exploded out of nowhere.
Yeah. 2 scooping hooks.
He's very ambitious, got good speed, carries power.
And a great story, having turned up at the Suffolk Punch Gym. A brilliant amateur.
Yeah, worlds apart in terms of experience and what ambition does Molina have left? Good right hand there from Wardley. Wardley saying, well, you ain't no Hrgovic.
AJ, as we know, and Deontay Wilder in 9. Relatively safe defences for both.
Posturing and feinting from Wardley, but he hasn't really landed anything of any note.
Opting to showcase tonight, Wardley. So far with a big right hand there. Better from Wardley. Molina just backing up and then just turning away there.
Young undefeated fighter, but you know, really Wardley hasn't given him anything.
But here comes Wardley. And he can punch too and just topples over there. Molina, no knockdown. Wardley up, and now he has to hold a little bit, and it gets interesting. And now Wardley elects to punch here with him, and Molina goes down. Well, how about this in the 5th round? And Wardley came back and said, okay then, have some of this. And the power of Fabio Wardley gets him quite unlikely knockout number 10.
Yeah, I mean, it took Molina to hurt Wardley, to wake Wardley up, to let his hands go.
Webb riding a wave of confidence and momentum. Webb high, unpacked lead hand, just walks into a stiff jab down the middle from Wardley. Tries to thump a right hand over the top, but Webb just... Problem is, Andy, with this kind of Michigan-style shell, really good start from the big man from Chertsey. Wardley now puts his hands together, left hand comes through the middle, and now Webb is on unsteady legs, the right hand crashes through, and Wardley, that's a knockdown. That's a knockdown, the ropes have kept him up. It's slumped in the corner, and the referee, Kieran McCann, has waved him off in the 1st round when it was all going so well. Wow. Blink and you miss it finish. Webb pushes away his corner man.
No complaints from Webb, even if I thought it was slightly early.
Just reminded him that he wants to amateur background at some white collar fights, which he was
lacked, you could say, in size against some of the big heavyweights. He makes up in speed
and he can punch.
Yeah, he landed a good right hand there, Martz. Just took the sting out of it. So expect Fabio to start looking for that, as he does there.
Well, Hodgins told him to change the levels, go body first, then round the side. And Wardley, as he said he would to, his corner man has gone to work here.
You see the chin.
What he wants to, he can really fight Fabio Wardley, and that left hook again, just above the ear. Something wrong with his jaw there, and he cannot continue. And well, after a laboured 1st round from the Ipswich fighter, he switched it on, went through the gears, and well, he has got gears, isn't he?
He has. He was annoyed with himself after that 1st round, and he come out in the 2nd. A completely different fighter, positive, switched on, alert, started looking for those right hands over the lazy jab of Martz, and he felt the power, didn't he, Chris?
Against Nathan Gorman. Underway, 12 rounds. I can see how comfortable Gorman's looking here.
that Grady has, the amateur pedigree.
I think it's so important for both guys to establish that into the fight, get behind the jab.
Relaxed in the set-piece events during fight week.
As opposed to an uppercut. Doing the right thing, trying to counter the punches of Gorman. This is good work to the body from Fabio also.
From Gorman, because he's waiting for it.
And we've seen this in the career of Wardley. And Gorman goes down at the halfway stage of the second round. And many of the fans at ringside on their feet as he lands once again.
Incredible stuff, he can't miss with that right hand, Fabio. Loaded over the shot, another one on the side of the head of Gorman, and he's down.
Looking at picking the shots.
Now Wardley goes on the attack once again, gets through with that right hand, and Gorman is down. Bravely comes forward, but how much is left? And the towel comes in from the Gorman corner with around half a minute to go in the third round. And Fabio Wardley is crowned the British heavyweight champion in his 15th contest. With such a limited amateur background, many doubted that he would be able to rise to such lofty heights.
Yeah, and what you see from Coffie is that he'll switch stances regularly throughout the fight. Good overhand, looping right hand from Wardley.
And Coffie backs away, didn't like that. Began the fight in the southpaw stance and
Get Coffie off balance before he lets the right hand go, just like that.
Coffie again, Andy, looking for that looping right hand over the top of the returning jab of Wardley's.
Gotta be careful from that right hand counter off the ropes and the left hook.
The latest step in the development of Fabio Wardley. Again, Coffie turning that shoulder, negating the damage of the... Now Wardley gets through at last with the right hand, and more than once. Coffie covering up on the ropes. Big attack this from Wardley, as his supporters get behind him here. And referee Howard Foster steps in, and Coffie is absolutely furious. Just as we were saying, Andy, that was developing into the kind of test that Wardley wants and needs at this stage of his career, so he puts the finishing touches, much to the fury of Michael Coffie.
He did his job.
You know, it pays dividends, and it's very important to concentrate in the early stages. It's going to be very interesting to see who can judge it best.
Wardley landing to the body on the jab. Decent body shot, nice flurry at the end of it.
Adelaide, though, he's a big puncher, just swinging there with that left hook, missing the target. He's got to set it up a little bit better.
Inside the final 30 seconds then of the second round. And Richie, because we haven't really seen it, it's how either of them react when they properly get tagged, and that's better work at the start of the third round here.
I think Wardley's boxing fairly well from the outside. Some good stuff comes from him, but look at how dangerous Adelaide is there with that left hook. Gets his head and body out of the way, comes forward there with a couple of big punches as well.
Just as Adelaide.
Earlier, the way Wardley's just edging occasionally over his front foot, but this is a good attack from him again. A couple of success when it's boxed mid to long range. That's a lovely shot, long range with right hand there.
Good shot by Wardley right at the end of the round, didn't it? Just waited for his head to clear. It was a good scoring punch that from Wardley. Follows it up with a decent right hand as well.
Measure that distance with your lead hand. And again, just simple boxing with the lead hand there. And Wardley's doing the right thing.
Good shot, brilliant. The left hook was the big one. Adelaide hanging on, clinging to his hopes. Wardley unloading with big punches. John Latham stopped it. David Adelaide pushes the referee away, furious with the decision. But Fabio Wardley retains his British title with a stoppage victory over David Adelaide. and when he went through the gears, he was very impressive.
Fantastic there from Wardley. We spoke about a lapse in concentration, and it was Adeleye on that clinch. He just gets caught with a super left hook. That started the ball rolling, and Wardley, the way he put the finish together, that was very impressive indeed. And Adeleye, he didn't recover. The referees jumped in.
In the air, that sense of clear and present danger.
Both men would love to land something heavy in one another in the first round.
Manages to slide one in round the back of the guard there. Clarke off the ropes looking for the uppercut, and Wardley making an aggressive start. Uppercut there from Clarke off the back of a left hand. Wardley looking to try.
Oh, big shot.
Set his feet there, Wardley, through that right hand. And Clarke just trying to cover up a little bit here. He was slightly unsteady there.
Tapping them a little bit more, a little bit wild.
But there's that right hand again. He pulled back and threw that right hand off that. Good jab there from Wardley. But there's that right hand again, and he looks to go down to the body. Good combination there from Wardley. Uppercut. Punches. Clarke's defence was decent enough there, though. He kept those gloves up. He's on the receiving end, though. The straight right hand gets through, and he's on the run here. Down he goes. Fabio Wardley pursuing him across the ring. Manoeuvre his way out of trouble comfortably enough there, but Wardley looking for that right hand again, followed by the uppercut. That was a nice right from Clarke, just round the back of the guard. And these two just really trying to turn over the fist on that right hand. Wardley had got through, and you just get the sense that this is a big round for Frazer Clarke. Wardley again just setting his feet and looking to try. Hits Frazer Clarke almost steady as he does so, manages to jab his way out of the corner, but Wardley letting his hands go.
Comes down to the last round as well.
Wardley trying to let those hands go, having some good success here. There's another uppercut from Frazer Clarke. The crowd on their feet roaring. These two incredible warriors.
With that shot, and that's going to help them find their right hand.
Great! I'm going. Step back.
Frazer Clarke, right? I'm still thinking that Wardley will drag him into that wall. And as an amateur boxer, no amateur experience, he can't punch and move with his feet at the same time. He has to be set. He's got to keep his composure now, Wardley.
They call this round 13. They're taking it from the round off, and down goes Clarke.
Shoot round! First round destruction of Frazer Clarke. Fabio Wardley, take a bow. That was impressive.
That's what we want to see. Heavyweight boxing, knockouts. Do you know what? He commits to every attack, but again, it's that looping right hand of his. Every time he lets it go, and we spoke about that before the fight about Clarke having to roll underneath it if he could, but he got caught again, and then, as you said, he didn't really take his time like he should have, but he's a great finisher, and he doesn't let you up the hook.
Here we go, HUNI in the Lion's Den. Wardley has not lost in 19 and 17. Who needs to settle and get in the rhythm better? He's been boxing since he was a kid. He's got all that.
His feet have quickened up as well since the Lorena fight. He's sharpened up everything, and that's so important. But he got it right in the rematch, didn't he, with that unquestionable power. Obviously, he will be, but the way he's sort of creeping forward, he's moving his head of Wardley.
He felt that left hook, Wardley. I mean,
they are defensively inside Fabio, just keeping the hands a little low. That's a good shot, though.
Frampton is brilliant.
Yeah, really good fight so far, isn't it then?
Trying to counter punch here against HUNI is not working for him at the minute.
Look at that, the power shots through 4 rounds.
Justice HUNI, and he's in a real war here, and he's loving 2 right hands from Justice HUNI. Fabio Wardley open, but comes back with body shots. He's so tight. It's just a case of HUNI knowing more. The pedigree, Parker, Ajit Kabayel. There's all sorts of heavyweight.
Right in behind him.
virtually every single round, and he fights a jackhammer. Oh my word! At the end of the last round, I said you never know in heavyweight boxing because it can turn like